Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting Radio. EB Radio. EB Radio. Your station for empowerment presents Mom Boss Talk Radio, a show that brings real life, real moms, and real experiences to empower mom bosses everywhere to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. Mom Boss Talk Radio begins now.
Welcome, mom bosses all over the world. It's another amazing Thursday, and that means it's time for another great discussion with the mom bosses. I am so ecstatic that you're joining. Now, this show is three mom bosses bringing you real life, real experiences to empower you as a mom boss. I am one of your hosts, Manetta, and Jerisha and Kiana, they'll join us next episode. Okay, so I thought to myself, what would be an amazing topic? And I'm like, something, what am I dealing with currently that may be able to help somebody out? I'm trying to build a team. Okay. I'm trying to build a sense of community around my business. So I was, as an entrepreneur, you are constantly wearing a plethora of hats. Okay, you're not only the CEO, the president, you are the, creative director, your marketing, your finances. Okay, you are shipping, packing, cleaning, you're all of the things. Okay, then plus on top of possibly some of you working full time, like who has the time to do all of that? And then be a mom at that? Oh, honey. So I'm up here like, let's have a discussion about this. Okay. Like now, if you're part of the Facebook group, definitely share with us, okay, your plans for expanding and building. Okay, because we really need to discuss building a team to help us elevate and take away the stress and take on tasks that we necessarily, don't have the time for. Okay, so that way, when those things are done, it's done to the highest of quality. Okay, not saying that you can't do it with the highest quality doing it by yourself, but that help is definitely needed. Okay, so with me right now, I'm thinking about definitely outsourcing. It's like, why not you utilize the resources that are currently out there, such as Upwork, such as Fiverr. You can go onto these platforms and it will definitely show you, and they're always, let me just say this, they're always expanding their services. And, the great thing about that is from, rebranding to logos, to marketing, to personal assistants, like anything that you may need to handle a business, they pretty much have it at at a decent price. And I know I would prefer a long-term situation when it comes to building a team, building, building a long-term community. But sometimes, because Fiverr and Upwork, I think they're more of a short-term solution, which is fine. Anything is better than nothing. And anything that can be, took off your plate is always helpful. So, I am in the process of looking out at outsourcing more so for the marketing side and also rebranding, because I have a completely I'm changing it up. Okay. My vision has changed, and I think it's changed permanently. Sometimes as a business, you always, sometimes you like, okay, I'm changing it up. Okay, this is not what I thought it was. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. So I'm going to change it up. And that's okay. People rebrand all the time. And so with that, I was like, with me rebranding, first you have to make sure you have a clear strategy and a clear vision, a mission surrounding what you're trying to do. And also let me preface this by saying it also depends on the industry that you're in. Okay, it totally depends on the industry that you're in, of who you should hire first and all of those things. And I heard one thing, I heard something that along these lines of, if you're going to hire somebody, hire someone smarter than you and hire a good lawyer. And of course, I think those are more so for startups, more for like, you know, things that are fully funded or have a good backing of financial gains behind them. But I think it's still a great saying for any business, especially if you're, slowly expanding. um Hire someone smarter than you, meaning hire someone who is more knowledgeable in that field, that wants success just like you want success, not someone who's trying to take over or trying to, undermine you and things like that. No, hire somebody who's smart. Hire somebody who may be smarter than you in that field. Cause you never know. That person could take you from, 10 to 20 real quick. And also have a good lawyer behind you. If you're able to afford a lawyer at the stage you're in your business, do that. Keep them on retainer, so that way you're set through it all. And, for me, I'm like, okay, what are the most important positions to try to hire when you're trying to build a team? And so my first thought was, a financial team, accountants, someone to make sure that all of my finances are tight and in order. So when tax time comes, there will be no misunderstandings. There will be no issues. There will be, no craziness when it comes to my finances, because everything will be on lock. So I'm like, something, I may need somebody to be able to see things that I don't see. And especially when it comes to money, that is a big factor. That's going to keep your business running. It's going to keep it going, honey. Okay. Then I thought about, okay, and let me just say this also. It doesn't necessarily have to be in this order, but these are the things that I thought of. The second was a marketing and sales team. So I suck at sales. Let me say that again. I suck at sales. It's just not in me. Okay, I just can't do it. When someone says no the first time, it's like, okay, I got you. You don't want it. And, it's like, oh, but you own a boutique. How can you? I'm like, look, I'm not a pushy person. Okay, but that's where the marketing and sales team will come into play, because they know the emotions of the consumer. They know how to draw them in and to get the sales properly. And, ethically, of course. I don't want to, I want it done with grace. Okay. Not finesse, with grace. Because I feel like the marketing and sales team will bring my vision to life, and all of the great things. So I think a marketing sales team is A1. Another one is a personal assistant. Now, honey, I would love a personal assistant just for day-to-day life. Okay, just for everyday life. Okay, help me schedule some stuff. Okay, but a personal assistant, I think, will be at top tier, because that way, you know you're going to always be on time. Everything will be scheduled. You don't have to really, on top of not only you managing your kids lives and your working life and business life, this individual can really break it down for you and get everything organized properly, so that way you can be able to do the things that you need to do with a no, like, oh crap, I forgot X, Y, and Z. Oh no, why? Da 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 da. I gotta reschedule this now. No, I want a personal assistant. Okay. Hey, oh, you just don't know. Oh, another one, business development. Now, I think having someone, kind of develop and to really get everything together. It's more so like, when I think of a business developer, when it comes to business, I kind of think of them looking into the future and seeing what the brand can become and taking the necessary steps to make it happen. Um, and I think that's very important. I think that maybe someone um, who can come in more, not in the beginning, but more so when you've become a little more established and you've become, you've got that, fan base or the customer base, things of that nature, because now you can see, okay, the things that you've done is working. Now you need someone to really push it to the boundaries and see what it can become. I think with all of the, and like I was saying before, a lawyer, that is a very important one, especially when you start getting that notoriety and getting, your brand becoming bigger and bigger. I think a good lawyer starting out, or at least knowing who you would like to use, is very important. Just having discussions with people and seeing what you really want is very, very important. Having, the communication, the networking, I think that's also a great way to build your team, is by networking, getting out there, going to different conventions, seminars, and having discussions with people and just picking people's brains. Maybe they know some things that you don't. Maybe they can lead you to places that you never even heard of before. And, really kind of solidifying your business as a growing business. I envision my team um daily. I envision it, and I'm starting the process of networking, and I'll be going to different conventions and seminars and things over the summer. So I'm very excited about that, to get to talk to people, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be so difficult because I am an introvert. You probably can't tell, but I am. So this is a new thing for me, stepping out of my comfort zone, going to people I do not know and having discussions. I'm like, how do I start a conversation? I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to stumble over my words. I don't know. What do I talk about? So that's something that I have to really get over. And I think I'm slowly doing that. But I'm like, I really want to build a team. And I know there are people who have been in this game for a very long time, being entrepreneurs, being very successful, and they know their stuff. And it would be very advantageous of myself to go and have those discussions, and you know hopefully they can lead me in the right direction of finding people who will be perfect, because of course, word of mouth of who you should work with is prevalent. um so that's something that you should definitely try to do. Get out there, talk to people. They might be able to say, hey, such and such is a good assistant, you might want to talk to her, or she has a business that has nothing but a financial team, XYZ, they help me, da 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 da. It's all out there. But if you can't find somebody um through word of mouth, definitely use the resources that's out there. I'm telling you, use those resources. They're out there for a reason. Also LinkedIn, go on LinkedIn, see who's out there. Connect with people on there, reach out to them. Maybe there's businesses out there that will help you build a team. But once you do get your team, okay, let's look into the future. Okay, you already got your team, let's think of that. You already got your team. So once you have your team, what are you going to do? You want to make sure that you know build a team that's positive, that has a positive environment, and that you're all wanting the same things. Okay, that you're all wanting to win, you're all wanting to grow, and you all see the products or services that's provided by you. Make sure that everyone sees the value in it, because I feel like once you build a team and the people that you bring in, I feel like you need to be able to match with them as far as energy and value. Because if you bring in people who are not who just sees it as a job, I don't think they're going to give 200%, 100%, even 50%. But if you find people who see your products, who sees your services, and like, this is something that I can definitely relate to, like, this is, I feel like this is going to be going to change the world type of situation, they have to see your business, your product, your service as an asset, as wonderful as you do. And that will make them work harder. And especially if you're putting into them, they're going to put into you. If you, give them some positive energy, they're going to always give you positive energy back. And I'm speaking from, working at businesses, working for, a 9 to 5, and working for some businesses that didn't care. And so that kind of made me feel like, if you don't care, why should I care? But then I've worked for businesses that absolutely loved and poured into me, and I poured right back. So it's just the energy that you provide. So once you build that team and that community, make sure you give your all. Okay. It's about responsibility, commitment, continuous development, and working together. Okay. Let's build. Let's continue to build. I'm super excited. Okay, I will let you know my progress. If I feel like I found somebody on the resources that I've mentioned, like Fiverr or Upwork, that I feel like are incredible and have really done some great things with my business, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna let y'all know. Okay. Sharing is caring, most definitely. I am so happy and glad you tuned in. Okay, I hope that this discussion helped you out, maybe gave you a whole new outlook on, bringing people in to kind of help you with your business. And it doesn't have to be today. It don't have to be tomorrow. It could be soon. It could be far. It doesn't matter. I just want you to think about it, because, what you're doing is amazing. Your business is going to grow. You just have to think about these things. That's all I'm saying. And if you are not on our Facebook group, definitely go on to Mom Boss Talk Radio Facebook group. We post every day. Join the discussions. Okay. Let's continue to grow. Also, I have my podcast. I have a secondary podcast. I would love for anyone to, listen, come and join, and, Finally Conceited. That is the name on all the platforms, and then, La Lord Couture on Instagram and all the things. I never really shout out myself, but I'm shouting myself out today. Okay. I feel like I've been making great progress, and I'm very proud of myself. And, I really appreciate you all tuning in and listening. We are Mom Bosses on a mission to empower moms all over the world. Mom Bosses, remember to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. You are making moves. You got this. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on Mom Boss Talk Radio. Follow each of the Mom Bosses on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you love Mom Boss Radio, visit the website at www.envisionedbroadcasting.com. We'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.